In 2014, I bought this flat in Elephant and Castle before it was even built. It took 3 years to complete, so was it worth the risk or was it a mistake? Today, we'll go through the ups, the downs, and what I learned from the investment journey. Hi guys, for those of you that are new, my name's Tin from Pitchbook Property, where we build wealth by property investment. We find the right properties for you, so you don't have to. So back in 2014, Elephant and Castle didn't exactly have a good reputation about it. It wasn't a prime investment area. Now, I saw the potential in the regeneration, in the improved transport links, and I noticed there were a lot of new builds being built in this area. So I took a chance. I bought an off-plan property here, hoping that by the time it completed, the area would have grown. So the biggest risk when it comes to buying off-plan properties is that you don't know what's going to be happening in the future. Nobody has a crystal ball. I wasn't sure when this completed, would the rental demand still be there? What would interest rates be like? Would they go high? Would they go low? And would the prices rise? Because that was the whole point that I bought this for. Another uncertainty is delayed completions. Do you know that the property is going to be completing on time, or would it even get cancelled? So when it comes to buying new build developments, it's very important to do the due diligence on the developer's background. So fast forward to 2025, has the area actually changed? It has changed massively. Just walking around, the transport links have changed. There's brand new shops, restaurants, cafes, and the biggest thing I notice is the community. The area is not what it was 10 years ago. So the big question is the price appreciation. Did it match my expectations? Well, I bought the flat for £400,000. It's now worth £600,000. So that's a healthy capital uplift. In terms of rent, initially, when I first rented this out, I was getting roughly £1,800 back in 2017, and that's grown all the way to currently £2,450. If we calculate that rental yield based on the original purchase price, that equates to 7.4%. I'll take that. So would I do this again today? Well, the answer is it really depends. Back then, buying off-plan properties was a lot easier than what it is now. Now, what I mean by that was my motivation was capital appreciation and rental yield. There wasn't that much choice back then, whereas now there's a lot more choices from different developers in different areas across London. Back then, buying early into a phase was a recipe for success. If it had a regen story behind it, great. That, in theory, should increase in value, and it has done. But nowadays, information is at your fingertips, and sometimes there's information overload. So you've got to be selective of which regeneration development that you want to select if, of course, capital appreciation and rental yield is high on your list. At the same time, you'd also want to emulate a successful regeneration story such as Elephant and Castle. So areas which have a good master plan behind them, money being invested into the area, infrastructure improvements and transport links, this should equate to a good, successful regeneration story. Whereas if you were a self-use buyer, your checklist would more be emotional. For example, views, number of bedrooms, car parking spaces, and it's down to your lifestyle and your choice, really. Nowadays, in terms of the developer incentives available on offer, it's a lot different to what it was before. Back then, when I bought this flat, there was no discount, and I think I only managed to get a legal incentive. Whereas in today's market, the developer incentives are quite attractive. For example, discounts, stamp duty contributions, furniture packs, legal incentives, or maybe even a combination of all of them. Now, that's not to say that the market isn't doing well. It's just that there's a lot more increased competition out there. So buyers still get the opportunity to find a good deal out there. So was this off-plan investment worth it in the end? In some ways, yes. In some ways, I may have done things a little bit different. Do you guys buy into a new regeneration like this? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.